Bonjour, this is palette démon. Bâtiment français Caravelle jet. I'm just kidding. I can't speak French. I wish I could. But right here is my new Scratchbuilt 8-foot long Air France Caravelle SE210 of SUD, France, SUD Aviation. Here she is, scratch building it, and made of styrofoam, laminated and backed up with carbon fiber, and 8 feet long, wingspan, I think about the same, about 8-foot wingspan, big wings. And in this video, I'm not only going to show you this plane, but we're going to hot wire some wings, and we're going to work on the SAS Caravelle, building 3. This Air France, Alitalia, and SAS of Scandinavia. So in this video, we're going to hot wire the wings, one of the wings to this girl, this Air France, and we're going to work on the fuselage of the SAS Caravelle. Okay? Alright, my friends, let's get rocking. Alright, let's take a quick look at this girl, and styrofoam nose section to be hollowed out. Flight deck will be put in. She will have a full interior with seats, aisles, and all the fun stuff. And the classic Caravelle triangular windows, my friends. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then we have the tail section, styrofoam, to be hollowed out. Then we'll obviously have powered by two powerful 70mm EDFs. And we got our styrofoam tail, balsa rudder. Now, right over here, my dear friends, we have the Caravelle stabilizer and elevators. We got the stabilizer right here, and balsa elevators. Ooh, it's getting windy out. I think a storm is coming, so I better get building, and let's put together the SAS Caravelle fuselage. And I mean, this is one of the most beautiful planes in aviation, in my opinion. It's just a beautiful plane. Alright, we got the Alitalia SE210 Caravelle fuselage backbone right here, and we've got the SAS Caravelle backbone fuselage right here. We got 5-minute epoxy, got about a 1/2-inch styrofoam backbone, backed up with a square carbon fiber rod to give strength, and it does, trust me it does, gives a lot of strength. And we have our speed squares, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. SE210 Caravelle top fuselage bulkhead. Let's apply some 5-minute epoxy to it. I got bad weather coming, so I gotta rock. Gotta get this moving, girl, before the bad weather comes. There we go. Let's pop that down into place. Make sure it's into position, right where I want it. And that is my wife probably texting me saying, where the hell is my lunch? Or my dinner, depending on what time it is, because honestly, when I scratch build, I have no idea what time it is, but that's okay. Alright, let's put a couple of needles right in there. Boom, boom, boom. Let's set our speed square, worth its weight in gold, because that way you pop the speed square into position, and that makes sure that the bulkhead is exactly where it needs to be. Okay? Alright, another bulkhead. Let's get another bulkhead rocking here. Applying a little bit of 5-minute epoxy. Just like that. Perfect. Pop it into position. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. Let's get a couple of pins. The pins are important because they basically anchor the piece into position, so that way if you bump it accidentally, you're not going to move it out of position. And that's important. You don't want to knock it out of position. So then I put another speed square just like that, and that makes sure that the bulkhead is perfectly straight up and down, vertical, and it's not tilted or crooked to one side. Putting some more bulkheads down. So the epoxy is starting to set now. It's 5-minute epoxy. The epoxy is starting to set. 5-minute epoxy. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Take the speed square away from that one. Now I want to get that one right there. I'll put that one in. Can't forget them. Can't forget them, baby. I'm trying to think if I've ever built a French plane before. I don't think I have. I wanted to build a Mirage, a Dassault Mirage, Mirage Avion, Français Mirage Avion. They say French is the language of love, but is it the language of aviation? I don't know. The pitot tube, that is French, pitot. The pitot tube are on the nose of aircraft. That is French, my friends, just so you know. That is Français. What other terms in aviation are French? I'm trying to think. Don't quite know. There we go, look at that. Came out pretty good. Alright, not bad. I'm impressed. Alright, now onto the wing of the Caravelle. Let's go hot wire a wing. But be honest with me, I mean, this is a beautiful... I mean, the Caravelle is just aesthetically a beautiful airplane. I mean, just the tail section, the elevator, how the wing box and the wing fairing just blends in with the fuselage, how the bottom of the wing is flush with the bottom of the fuselage. This is just an adorable airplane. This is the Florence Darrell of airliners, the Genevieve Page of Avion. The Brigitte Bardot of airliners right here. Look at this. This is just a beautiful plane. It's just an adorable airplane. Absolutely just sexy. It really has feminine lines. It's just such a beautiful plane. Absolutely. The proportions are right. The big, long, broad wingspan. The fact it has 4 tires on each bogie. It's just... The French really outdid themselves with this plane. It's just beautiful. It's so ecstatic. It's just so pleasing to the eye. Beautiful plane. Caravelle and what I'm building, but I'm building 3 Caravelles, and I'm going to now hot wire a Caravelle wing. I'm going to hot wire. I've got my hot wire stencils right here. Wing root at the wing cord where the wing meets the fuselage, and then out, all the way out at the end of the wing, the final outer airfoil stencil. Here's my hot wire bow right here. I got my respirator, and let's begin. Okay, so I've got the wing weighed down by these weights, and I take my hot wire stencil for the airfoil for the Caravelle, stick it just like this in the front of the, at the base of the wing cord, and I take these little old paintbrush stems and I physically peg the airfoil to the styrofoam itself. And when you do this, make sure that they're straight so that they're not pointing up, because if they're pointing up, there's a good chance that the hot wire is going to hit them, because if they're pointing up above the airfoil, as the hot wire comes across, it's going to hit them, so you don't want that. So you want to make sure that these are straight into the wing, holding the airfoil stencil where it needs to be. Got my hot wire bow right here, very important. Very important piece of equipment. Now I'm putting my end hot wire for the end of the wing into position. Equally important. There we go. That has to be in position. Without that, there's no airfoil. So these are all old paintbrush stems. So I can use these. I use these as you know, to clamp hot wire stencils into styrofoam, you know, whether it's a nose section, a tail section, whatever I'm hot wiring, I can use these to basically position the hot wire stencils. It's very important. Very important piece of you know, it's a good tool to have, a good practice. So now I'm gonna, before I hot wire, I'm gonna put my respirator on. It's very important. Gotta have your respirator on. Make sure you got a good seal so no plastic gas can get through. And what you do is you want to kind of get an idea of how you want to hot wire, where you want to start from. I like to start from about the center and come forward and then go back. So obviously we want to get our power source connected to our hot wire bow. Go to full power on our hot wire, 24 volts, full power. Make sure the hot wire is off. Don't make sure that your hot wire is not engaged if you're not using it, obviously. And before you actually turn it on, make sure you're in position before you ever turn it on. Make sure that the hot wire bow is not going to potentially cut anything that you don't want to cut. Because if that happens, you could cut an electrical wire, you could cut another piece of styrofoam you don't want to cut. So you got to be conscious of that. Because once you turn that on, that's really hot and that's gonna bite through and melt through things. So you got to be really aware of that fact. Okay, let's turn it on. And yeah, let's make sure first that the bow will actually fit on our piece, and it will. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Put that there. Yeah, I'm going to come down that way. Okay, here we go. Hot wire bow on. Alright, sink straight through. Alright, here we go, we're coming forward. Now I gotta match the fuselage side along with the outer edge side. That's where things can get a bit tough. There we go. Alright, that's a cut. Hot wire bow off. Let's go have a look. Let's have a look. Let's see how we did. Not bad. We got a little bit of a ridge here, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's actually really good. Okay, let's weigh this down again. Now we're going to go from the, we're going to go out. We're going to go from there. Hang on, there we go. Actually, let me put this out that way. Let me get a plan here, plan of action. Okay, here we go, because I don't want to screw up and get caught. Hot wire bow on. Here we go. I'm riding down the airfoil. I'm resting the bow, the wire, on the actual airfoil stencil. And I'm moving the fuselage side more than I'm moving the outer
outer wingtip. So I got to be real careful here. Real careful. Alright, hot wire bow off. Got that little switch. See that little switch? On and off. Very important. Alright, let's see how we did. Not bad. Got a little bit of a ridge down here. Because you see, do you see what happened? That peg stuck up a bit. See? Haha, it got in there. Alright, let's clean this up a little bit. I'm going to clean this line up just a tad. See this line here? I'm going to clean that up. Hot wire bow on. There we go. I'm going to clean that up just a tad. Coming straight. There we go. Clean that up. And this leading edge line here. We got a little bit of a screw up right in there. I got to find a way to... There we go. Perfect. There we go. Okay, good. Hot wire bow off. Power out of the hot wire bow. So there's no way this is going to turn on. Let's set this down. Wait a few seconds for the air to dissipate. My wife probably calling me right now. Probably asking me for dinner. Probably saying, honey, go make dinner. So, but we hot wiring right now. All right, let's have a look. Let's take our hot wire stencils off. Hang on to these because this is what we peg the stencils into the wing. Let's get rid of this styrofoam. Pull these out. You want to be really careful with the stencils because you're going to reuse them. So you want to be real careful with them. You don't want to, you don't want to smash them up or bend them or bang them, get them torn or anything. But they're made from thick cardboard, corrugated cardboard. To me, it's easier to make than Formica or wood. The Formica and wood, they take forever to make, and to be honest, I don't think they're any much better. You get good corrugated cardboard, it works perfectly. Look at that. Caravelle wing. Not bad. I'll go ahead and get, I'll get some sanding pads and some sanding blocks, and some sandpaper, sand that out, and that will be, that'll be perfect. Not bad at all. And here's our Caravelle right and left wings, hot wired with the Caravelle wing box right here, and just mocked up, sitting on a table. Nothing too crazy, but you can see why the Caravelle is really going to fly like a dream. She has a really massive wingspan in relations to her fuselage length. So not much of a wing sweep angle, and big broad wings, so this girl is going to fly like an angel. No doubt about it. Well, there you have it, my friends. Working on 8-foot air fence Caravelle, the SE210. Hoping to have these girls done probably late this year, maybe early next year. 3 of them, 8 feet long. Old saying, if you don't build it, you can't fly it, okay? So if you want to have something in life, you want that plane, you got to go out and build it. Either build it, buy it, have somebody else build it for you, but you got to get it somehow. So I don't know how to get a Caravelle. The only way I know how to get it is to make one. So again, everybody stay safe. You guys, be strong, be safe. God bless. Thank you for watching. And to all my Français, au revoir les amis. Huh? DemonDriver, take care, God bless. And sorry for my bad French.
Il a peur de m'ennuyer, pourtant s'il savait s'en aller, peut-être que